Now, here's the reality. We have achieved enormous technological strides with Cardano. We have laid a foundation that if we continue to invest in and build, will be here for generations to come. And this technology as a whole will allow every single participant in the Cardano ecosystem and all the people related, and everybody, regardless they build on it or not, to enjoy something that I truly believe can make a difference in the way you vote, the way your money works, the way nation states work, and ultimately the way business ought to be done in the 21st century. And while we have made enormous technological strides, we have yet to make the equivalent strides in growth and adoption. And that's something that we all have to focus on. So when we look to 2025 in particular, I think we as an ecosystem can make enormous strides in becoming the DeFi layer for Bitcoin. I think we can make enormous strides in utilizing the budget processes of Cardano, however difficult it may be to get one passed and what compromises have to be made to allow us to fund and grow the vital entities within the Cardano ecosystem to get us where we need to go. There's going to be a lot of strategies that come out over the next 3 to 6 months that are going to require an enormous amount of attention, care, and discipline and rigor to execute. I'm going to be involved in those, and I'm here to fight because I want to see this technology in every home. I want to see this technology running every nation state, and I want to see this technology on every single cell phone, working with every person in the world, because everybody deserves to have a solid foundation for truth to grow and foster a better relationship with others and have people have faith in each other again. But we're going to have to earn that. And that's what 2025 is going to be about. Second, a large part of my time in 2025 will also be devoted to the political process. I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time working with lawmakers in Washington, D.C., and quite a bit of time working with members of the administration to help foster and facilitate with other key leaders in industry the crypto policy. We have to do this and we have to get it done. There's a very high probability that the Republicans will control not only the Senate and the presidency, but also the Congress, the House. And in the process of doing so, this is the best opportunity we have ever had in the history of the industry to get clarity for our industry and remove the sort of Damocles that the SEC has reigned over the Cardano ecosystem, Ripple ecosystem, the Ethereum ecosystem, reigned over Solana, reigned over all the major ecosystems, and actually including Bitcoin in many respects, despite the ETF approvals. None of us signed up to have companies like BlackRock dictate to the United States what the crypto policy should be. The crypto policy should be written by the American people, the American crypto industry, and by well-meaning lawmakers who are willing to take the time to listen. So we will establish at Input-Output a policy office, and we're going to begin staffing that office, moving some personnel around, and hopefully by January, we can begin to participate in that process and work with certain key leaders in certain key positions and get to a point where we can hybridize many of the proposals, including FIT 21, including the Lummis bill, the FIA, and other such things, so that we can get a bipartisan bill passed that will give us absolute clarity of when things are securities and commodities, help us navigate the often tumultuous and chaotic waters of DeFi, and get us to a point where we can get back to business. No one in this industry has asked for a subsidy or a bailout. No one in this industry has asked for special rules or special treatment. All we've asked is to be left alone and be able to build our businesses and create trillions of dollars of value and millions of jobs for the American people. I think with a message like that, it makes absolutely no sense to those who aren't corrupt and those who are listening to actually get a law passed. So that's what we're going to focus on in 2025. We're going to get our growth and adoption where it needs to be, and we're going to make sure that we have solid policy so that we can move forward as a nation. As many of you know, I have personal friendships with certain lawmakers and certain people who are now members of the Trump administration. We hopefully will be able to have great dialogues with them in the coming months to put together some of this policy. And I hope to be part of that, but that has yet to be decided based upon the fact that they're not even in office yet, and they just picked a chief of staff. So it's going to take a little bit more time to see what that composition looks like. But in my early conversations with the transition team and my early conversations with many people who want to promote good crypto policy, I have every reason to believe there is a genuine desire to not relitigate and relive the last 4 disastrous years that have